Okay, given that the population of Bangladesh can be modeled by P of t equals 141.8 times 1.018 to the t power, this is cut off here. It says t is years since 2005 and population is in millions. So it wants us to determine when the population will be 300 million people. So it's already in millions, so we don't need to worry about that. So now I'm giving you the output. We're looking for the input. So let's do that. So we're going to take our whole function and set it equal to 300 because that represents the 300 million. 1/8 to the t power. Our first step is to divide both sides by 141.8 because we're trying to solve for t. So I could put that number, the 300 divided by 141.8 into my calculator and get that. If you do that, you are going to start to introduce rounding. So really it's kind of up to you. So I'll kind of do it either way. So 300 divided by 141.8. So over here I'll write this. So you can either write it as 2.11566, I'll say, equals 1.018 to the t power, or I can also just leave it simultaneously like this. Really what we're doing when we're dividing is we're saying how many times as large is 300 compared to 141.8. The answer that we get is at 2.11566. So that is essentially like a change factor. So we're saying that 300 is 2.11566 times as large as 141.8. So that's my change factor, and really this equation over on the right side is wanting us to answer the question of how many one-year factors do we need to get to that two-year factor, or if we think about it on a table, so I think we said T and P. So we know in 2005 that the population is 141.8. At some point it's 300, right? So now we found that this is 2.11566. We want to know how many factors, how many one-year factors do we need to multiply by to get to this answer over here. And so now we actually have logs that we can use to help solve this equation algebraically as opposed to having to do it graphically. And so either way you've written it, at this step we want to rewrite this equation in log form. So if I do the one on the left, I'm going to rewrite that as log base 1.018 of 300 over 141.8. Or if I do the one on the right side, same idea, log base 1.018 of 2.11566. And again, it's saying how many of those one-year factors do we need to get to that factor of 2.11566. Either way, you're going to solve and you're going to get t equals, really, you should get right about 42. And again, it still wants to know what year. So t is measuring in years since 2005. And so I would add that. So we're going to find about in the year 2047.